Hey, welcome to the Red Kingdom recap. We hope you had a great Christmas. This was a fun game to watch against the Broncos, a good rival. The crazy thing is, if we would have played like this whole season with our key players, we would have won a lot more games. We're going to talk about it right now. I'm Stefan Bunch with Mark McNelly. This is the Red Kingdom recap.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Yeah, how was your week?
It was a great week, a lot of travel.
Yeah.
So we're finally back in the studio.
Nice.
To shoot our recap. We got a game this Sunday against the Raiders, which we'll talk about here in just a little bit. But we did want to recap this game.
Yeah.
You know, there's a lot of stat lines that are out there, and some might say there's really not a ton to talk about in this game, but there were a few key things that we wanted to bring up that we noticed throughout the game. So I'm excited to have the conversation.
Yeah, I think the things that you have to talk about is, did we get to see some of the young talent? Did we get to see some of these draft picks? Were we going to get to see them?
Yeah.
And how would they perform?
And there's some guys we got to see a little bit more. There's a couple that are still just, I'm like, what is happening? Why are we
head scratching?
Yeah,
going on.
This is a game that we should see all of these up and coming guys in, at a really big clip.
When you have Jeffrey Bosa, a day 2 draft pick at linebacker, and he doesn't sniff the field in a meaningless game in week 17, what more do you need to see out of Drew Tranquill and Nick Bolton?
Exactly.
What you have there. They're both signed.
Yeah.
It's head scratching, and it was nice to see Noel Williams.
Yeah.
Just
Noel
to go
Williams,
over the draft picks.
Fulton he's not
Christian
a draft
Fulton,
pick,
no,
but
free agent acquisition. Yeah.
He got a ton of snaps.
They were, at corner, those two were locked down.
Against these big receivers,
yeah, Cortland Sutton. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it was really good to see.
It was great to see Noel Williams and Christian Fulton perform like that. And then wonder why they didn't see the field more. But Jaden Hicks didn't get to see a lot of time, which is still.
Jaden Hicks was out a little bit. Shamari Connor was in 100% of the snaps.
Well, yeah. Welcome to our season.
Yeah.
And the defensive coaches roll up there and say, well, Jaden Hicks, Noel, these guys have got to learn how to be in position. Like Shamari Connor?
Yeah. Anything in the middle of the field is torched.
Right. So that's, I understand the argument.
Yeah.
But whenever you have a player that plays 80% of the defensive snaps who isn't in the right place at the right time, then it just doesn't support the argument.
Yeah. I'm 100% with you there. I don't know if it's, I don't know what that's what's going on with that.
And you don't know, maybe he falls asleep in meetings, right? Maybe he was texting Clark Hunt's daughter. Who knows?
Who knows?
We don't know.
Yeah. I will say with having Watson and McDuffie out, right?
They were both
they were going to have to play. There wasn't really an option. But it was really good to see that. And
but they could have rolled them out there and then both struggle, and they didn't.
Yeah, you're exactly right.
Yeah.
So looking at the stat line, even when it comes to our defense, the Broncos offense rushed for 128 yards total. We kept Harvey to 43 yards, which is similar to what we've been doing this whole season. Bo Nix threw for 182.
182. I feel like this was a classic bend but don't break.
It was,
game
100%.
Because they did have long sustained drives.
Yeah.
But then we would, hold them to a field goal in those 2 first half drives.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that was big.
In the red zone, our defense came up big time until the end of the game.
They had 303 total net yards.
Just a second. But yeah, in general, I felt like our defense, especially with key players out, the Broncos did have something that they were fighting for.
They're still playing for the number 1 seed.
Exactly. Sure. So they're not just slowing down. They're not putting in their second string guys. They're playing to win.
Yeah.
And we're out here. I don't know what we're doing. Are we trying to win this game? Are we trying to tank in order to get a better draft spot? It's like at this point, it's a great opportunity for us to put some of our younger guys in, but we're still playing some of our guys and trying to get this thing done. I guess it's professional football, so you want to win every game that you're in.
Yeah, and he's a player's coach, and so is Andy Reid when the Travis Kelce's and then Chris Jones's and the Nick Boltons roll in and say, hey, we want to play. What's he going to say, right? These are professionals. They get paid.
Yeah, maybe there's some incentives along the way as well.
Could be, right?
There was a ton of talk about how this could be Travis Kelce's last game
at Arrowhead.
Literally, that was the whole whole narrative of the game. They had interviews
and the camera would catch him just like staring off into space. It was almost like he was having these moments.
Yeah. And so, and the last drive, he got a couple really key catches.
Yeah.
But he was the most targeted receiver.
He got open on Patrick Surtain on that one.
Yeah, he did.
Crossing route. Yeah.
And so, like, he was playing pretty interestingly. I don't think that it's going to be his last season, but the narrative that they were pushing definitely made it seem that way.
Yeah, it did.
So, but we'll see on that. But all in all, on our offensive side,
let's switch to the offense.
Chris Oladokun, I mean, I think that for what he had, did as good as he could have done, like as I would have expected for
they didn't give him a lot. They gave him 2 opportunities to throw downfield.
Yeah,
like really way downfield.
And one was a pressure that was right in his face, which
the other he got a PI call on.
Yeah, you're exactly right. So
that was a vanilla game plan.
Yeah,
really. And with a third string quarterback, you can kind of understand why. But again, if you're gonna have a vanilla game plan, then you can't use the argument, well, we didn't put Damien Pierce in there because he's new and he doesn't know the offense. Would he have to learn 8 plays? Like, how much of the offense would he have to pick up today?
Exactly.
Yeah, so I just don't understand why we didn't see more of Damien Pierce.
It's also bizarre that we're seeing so much of Kareem Hunt and Pacheco.
I know.
And it's just, I don't understand why we're not seeing some of the other guys, even Brashard Smith, just to get him in the backfield to run the ball a few times. We didn't have any rushes. He had some key receptions, but aside from that, there was just no action to see what he can do from the backfield.
Exactly. I agree. And they say, well, he's not a between the tackles runner is what a lot of people are, because, he played wide receiver until his last year.
Yeah, he transitioned over to running back.
And so
a lot of smaller frame guy.
Small frame guy. Yeah. So, I mean, a lot of the experts have said, or analysts have said, well, he's more of a, kind of gadget guy, third down back. And okay, well, use him at least for that.
Well, here's the thing. But the thing that's frustrating
don't run him in between the tackles.
If we never run him, then it might as well just be Mahomes back there by himself. If we have a running back there, if he's back there, they're not going to run. It just makes us one-dimensional.
Yep.
And so I think just for the fact of keeping the defense honest, we have to keep him running. Like, we have to give him the ball at some point.
Well, and to do that,
he's elusive too. Like, he can break tackles.
He can, especially when he gets out into space.
Yeah.
We saw that on the kick return.
And on the reception for the touchdown.
And the one reception. Yeah, he got broke a tackle.
Yeah. And so, like, I just don't see why we're not seeing him at all there.
I agree.
And then also
see 2 running backs that you don't need to see anymore from, right?
Pacheco's gone, most likely.
Pacheco's gone, and you know what you have in Kareem Hunt.
Yeah, and hopefully he's not the bell cow next year.
No.
Nobody's thinking that, or even...
If he comes back, he's a third and fourth down short yardage specialist.
Exactly. Yep. So we're going to have that guy. And so why do we have to see him for 60% of the snaps?
Well, I think what Kareem Hunt brings too, and one of the reasons Brashard Smith isn't in there on third downs yet, is pass protection.
Yeah.
There is some, remember how good Jerick McKinnon was at pass protection?
He was amazing.
He always picked up the right guy coming hot.
If there was somebody coming in,
totally.
And so he wasn't a huge frame guy either.
He wasn't.
But he knew the lanes.
Exactly. And whenever you're pass blocking as a running back, you don't have to pancake somebody.
Yeah.
You've just got to get in their way.
Get in the way. Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
And so I think they don't trust Brashard Smith with that quite yet. And so what Kareem Hunt gives you, since he can do that, is if he's down there in there on third down and 2 or third down and even 3, the defense has to wonder with Kareem Hunt back there, are they going to run? Are they going to pass?
Yeah.
Because he can pass block. He can also get 2 yards with no hole.
Exactly.
So no, I think I'm actually a proponent of bringing Kareem Hunt back.
Yeah. I would love to see him back
as a running back 3.
Yeah, exactly.
Like not one of our guys we depend on.
And so whether it's in the draft or free agency, we've experimented with a few different guys. We just haven't seen any of them play.
This is a big free agent year for, running backs. Yeah. I think we mentioned some names last week.
We'll have to do an analysis on that after next week's game to see exactly.
Yeah, Kenneth Walker III. You got Travis Etienne. You've got You got some Breece Hall.
Alvin Kamara.
You've got he's a little bit older. Actually, you've got these guys younger.
In those prime
in their
ages.
prime, their second contract guys.
Yeah.
That you could pick up, for $4 to $6 million a year, possibly.
Yeah. So we'll have to do some restructuring on the cap, but I'm sure that they'll figure that out on that end. Another guy I was wanting to mention as well was Jalen Royals.
Yeah.
We just
MIA.
He had 5 snaps the whole game. I thought he was going to start the game.
Yeah, and he didn't get targeted. So he had 5 snaps, but he didn't get
0.
targeted. Yeah.
No receptions, no targets, nothing.
But thank goodness we got to see, Juju and
we needed to watch them and see how they perform
because we just didn't know what we would have next year with them.
Yeah. It's frustrating.
Did you detect some sarcasm?
A little bit. My voice. Yeah.
Yeah. It's just, what do you have to lose at that point? This isn't an undrafted free agent. We're talking about a guy you spent draft capital on.
Yeah.
Day 2 draft capital on. And so why are we not seeing him in action in a meaningless game?
The same thing when you said, it's a vanilla game plan. Yeah. There's nothing crazy that we're pulling. And the fact that we just can't see him on the field, I just don't understand that.
It's like they've run out of some of those excuses. Well, they haven't picked up the certain packages we don't trust him in yet. Your 3rd string quarterback is in.
Yeah.
You have the most vanilla game plan you can have in a completely meaningless, essentially preseason game.
Yeah. It doesn't make sense.
So why aren't we seeing Jalen Royals? I don't know.
It blows my mind on that end.
Yeah.
Special teams side, Butker made his field goals.
He did.
That was good to see.
It was.
He's kind of on the bubble, I feel like. There's a lot of a lot of kickers that 50-yard field goals are just kind of chip-ins at this point. And to where some kickers are going 60, 65. And we're like still hesitant around that 50-yard number. And so Butker got a huge contract.
Yeah. He's not going anywhere.
He'll be sticking around.
Yeah.
I'm not saying that, but it was just good to see him kind of getting back on track. Like I know in the clutch moments in the past, he's always been the guy.
He seems to have a little more confidence.
Back rolling for sure. Now. And then on the return game, obviously Thornton was out and Remigio was out. So they're having to do what you want them to do this whole season.
Do you remember when we started the Red Kingdom recap?
Yeah.
What was I clamoring for in the return game?
You wanted Smith in the return game.
Yeah.
You wanted Thornton and Smith.
Yeah. And who have been the best returners that you've seen in this second half of the season?
You're not wrong. Yeah. So, Smith got a huge return. It was great to see.
Yeah. You know who's returning the ball really well for San Francisco right now?
Don't even say his name.
Sky Moore.
Yeah, we're not talking about him, though.
Well, but it points to can we kind of transition? Some of the YouTubers are questioning the coaching staff's ability to cultivate players, to develop players. And so one of the things they're pointing to is the wide receiver room. Demarcus Robinson left us. He had a couple pretty good seasons for the Rams.
I will say, anytime Robinson caught the ball, he would hold it way out here. I hated that.
I know.
I hated
that was
watching
annoying.
him catch the ball.
Okay, touche.
But anyway, back to it. You're right. There have been some. Yeah. I mean, MVS kind of fell off because he went to San Fran as well.
He did, and he bounced around. He went to the Bills for a little bit too, I think. But okay, you could point to some Kadarius Toney. You could point to some receivers that we didn't develop.
Hardman, back and forth.
Weren't going to make it anyway.
Yeah.
But Sky Moore is he's a 2nd-round draft pick that I think we destroyed his confidence in that first season or two.
Well.
And then he was never able to pull out of it.
Yeah. With him messing up on the return so often, I'm like, let's figure out a different role for him. I don't know why we keep putting him back here. Occasionally, like in the Super Bowl, he had a huge return.
He did.
That was probably a game
and one in an AFC Championship game.
Yeah.
He had a good return. So I think there was a role for him, kind of like a McCole Hardman role.
For sure.
And you look at the receivers we've had in the Veach Reed era, and Tyreek Hill is an outlier. Like, he didn't need development.
He was
that guy was
talent.
Exactly. He's a generational talent. And look at the step. Would you say that Xavier Worthy took a step forward this year or a step back?
Step back.
I agree. Would you say Rashee Rice?
He might not have taken a step back, but he didn't step into that next role that we thought he would.
So we seem to be able to develop offensive linemen. You look at Trey Smith, you look at Creed Humphrey, you look at guys we've drafted for the offensive line, Kingsley Suamataia, Josh Simmons was a good draft pick, and obviously he hasn't developed a ton. Right.
But he's a solid guy.
But can you name one wide receiver that we have drafted since Tyreek Hill who you saw progress through their rookie contract and
take the next step? Man, I'm hoping that it's Rice. I'm hoping that's
next year is the 4th year on his rookie contract.
Yeah. Aside from injuries and suspensions,
okay,
we've seen
you've seen glimpses.
He could be the guy, but Yeah, you're totally right. I think that Travis Kelce has kind of, just like what I would say with this game about how, in the Titans game specifically, how it's like Mahomes covered up for a lot of flaws. I think Travis Kelce in the receiver room did the same, because he is such a talent when it comes to finding the open space. It's something that's not coachable.
Right.
It's not coachable to be able to be on point with your quarterback and go make a route up that wasn't called.
Yeah.
And so when you have that kind of player in the middle of the field, it allows for certain things to open up for the receivers.
Which was proven out, right? Because when we lost Tyreek Hill, everyone thought the offense would fall apart. And what did we learn in 2022 when Mahomes won his second MVP, right?
Yeah, exactly.
It was, this offense went through Travis Kelce the whole time.
The whole time, yeah.
Not that Tyreek Hill wasn't, obviously.
Oh, yeah, Tyreek Hill was a huge threat.
But the offense didn't go to, he wasn't the pivot point.
When you get a safety and a linebacker on your tight end, it starts to open up the field.
Opens up a lot. And so I'm kind of being influenced by, because I disagreed with you last week when you said Mahomes covered up for a lot. I would expand it. I'm looking at player development, personnel development on the wide receiving core, looking at it at the defensive end position. And I'm wondering,
coaching?
Yeah. Like, have Chris Jones, Travis Kelce, and Patrick Mahomes covered up for a lot of mistakes or lack of developing players.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, look at our defensive line. Like, we let Turk Wharton go. We let Colin Saunders go. And these guys went on. They're having extremely good careers.
Yeah.
Better careers than they did in their rookie contract on our D-line.
You're absolutely right.
And so,
yeah, I mean, when you have some of those talented players, it definitely overshadows some issues that you have.
It can.
And I mean, last year when we were winning all those close games, it's one of the best things and worst things, because when you don't have to face the loss head on, you can just kind of pass by and just say, we're going to be covered. That's what we felt this whole season. We're like, it's going to switch and we're going to have these things turn our way. When it didn't happen, now we're having the conversation of, man, we actually have to fix something.
Yeah.
It's not that we can just pass by it. We can use our talent to do it. It's like, we need to get in here and make an adjustment.
After the 2022 season where we won the Super Bowl, Mahomes won his second MVP, the 23, 24, and 25, and this is what all the Nagy people who want Nagy gone is because he came in 22, right? And so then it's just been a steady decline.
The offense has just not been able to move the ball.
No. And so what you saw was we had a good, well-rounded team in 2022, won the Super Bowl against the Niners, and a lot of rookies played that year. Remember, that was Pacheco and McDuffie and Bolton's freshmen, rookie years. But then you saw the offense just over the last 3 years essentially fall off.
Yeah.
I mean, what took us to the last two Super Bowls? Our defense.
Yeah. Our offensive line was always in shambles.
Oh, yeah.
Like, I mean, that was last year's draft was retooling that as well.
If you look at the 23 and 24 Super Bowl runs, that was elite defense, and we have Patrick Mahomes and Travis Kelce.
Yeah. To make
they'll make a play when it needs to be made.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're exactly
And so
right.
when the defense took a bigger, which we've talked about a lot, defense took a bigger setback this year. And
they're still a pretty good defense. It's just
they're not a bad defense.
The offense was not able to make the play.
Nope.
It's like the games in the past, the defense can bend but not break.
Right.
And then the offense makes a play.
Yep.
We had a ton of games this year where we had the ball with 2 to 4 minutes left.
Oh, yeah. And didn't get it done.
With the opportunity to make the play, and we didn't.
And on the offensive side, and it was about half and half. And then we had those games where the defense was on the field and couldn't get a stop.
Yeah.
Right. Couldn't get off the field.
Like the Jags game.
Oh, my gosh. The Chargers game, the Jags game. Like, just go down the list.
Exactly. And a lot of it came to penalties as well. That's one thing on this game. I think we only had 2 penalties in this game.
Yeah, we weren't highly penalized in the Broncos game.
Yeah. Now, Chris Jones had a huge penalty.
Pretty big one.
Lost us the game.
Another one.
On a 4th and 2 that they were not going to run a play on.
No.
Where he went off sides. But did you hear him in the press conference about that?
I did.
It was kind of sad to see.
Yeah.
It was just like,
I don't know. Like, what do you want me to say? Like,
I thought
I screwed
ball
up.
moved. I don't know.
I thought the ball moved, right.
But aside from that, I mean, when penalties aren't at play, that's a whole nother side. That's some games have been over 100 yards.
Oh, yeah.
That we've given away.
Well, those were, have you noticed those were mostly road games? So we were penalized on the road a lot more than we were at home this year.
That's good and interesting.
Yeah, it is.
So we've got anything else on this game that you want to bring up that you saw key point wise?
Just disappointment that we didn't see some of those younger players we've already named their names.
Yeah, we just got to see them on the field.
We do, but also some excitement that we saw some cornerback play that can free up the options of letting Jalen Watson go and or trading Trent McDuffie. There's a lot of disagreement in Chiefs Kingdom right now about Trent McDuffie and whether you pay him or trade him. He's going to demand $30 million. I mean, he's in that $30 million a year.
Yeah. And I think that we'll probably trade him. I think we've got it for cap space and for draft capital.
Yeah.
We'll see on that. I do think
sorry to interrupt, but and because we tend to develop cornerbacks really well.
Yeah.
Like for whatever reason, the player group we can develop seems to be
we find
cornerbacks. I know. Like you go back to Shavarius Ward, right? Bashard Breeland. You got
Sneed.
L'Jarius Sneed was a late round. Was he 6th round draft pick? I think
it was something. Yeah.
And Jalen Watson and Joshua Williams and Nazeeh Johnson. A couple of those guys don't play every down, but these were late round picks
that are making a big impact.
Yeah.
So I'm with you there.
I think you have to. I know there's a lot of disagreement, but I really think you have to let McDuffie go.
Yeah.
You need draft capital and then you're over the cap. And it's like you can't pay everybody.
Yeah, exactly. One takeaway for me that I thought was really impressive is Esa Pole and Godrick.
Godrick, yeah.
It played extremely well, I felt like, throughout this game.
Yeah.
And so, and with having, it's like we're finding some depth that we didn't even know was there.
4th and 5th string tackles.
Like the fact that they could just get out there and play at some sort of competitive level is one
And
thing.
they are playing.
They're doing well.
At a competitive level, right? And so you add Jalen Moore to the mix, Joshua Simmons comes back, and you start to actually have some tackle depth.
Yeah. And I think
we're going to let Juwan Taylor go, aren't we?
We should. We have to.
Because that would be a big cap hit.
Yeah.
If
I saw he came out saying that he would take a pay cut to stay with the Chiefs.
Oh, really?
But it might be an AI thing. I have no idea. But yeah, I think Trey Smith's still a little banged up. Like it'll be good to have those guys healthy going into next year. But you always have with Humphrey and Smith and Simmons. Like that's three key pieces.
He had a huge year at left guard.
It was so weird because last year at tackle, like we just couldn't get him to.
Suamataia and Wanya Morris were disasters at tackle.
And so the fact that he is stepping into that guard role.
That was a good transition for him.
Yeah. So, I mean, I think there's a lot of positivity.
No, our offensive line, actually, we have a lot to look forward to, I think, for offensive. So that means we don't have to spend a ton of draft capital on the O-line.
Yep. I'd like for us to sign some sort of like serviceable quarterback too.
Really?
Like, yeah. And you know me, I want Jameis Winston bad.
I know.
But like there's a couple
for
guys.
The entertainment value at least.
Exactly. Yeah. There's a couple guys I think that would play. Oladokun, the thing about him is he plays to Mahomes style, which is helpful for the offense to just plug and play.
It is.
But we just need somebody that's got
I'm in
experience.
The minority here, but I think you just go with Oladokun.
Whoa. So we lose the first 3 to 4 games next year?
No.
Waiting for Mahomes to get healthy?
I actually think he has the tools to be given. He's not been given in the preseason or this game and a half really any opportunity to show what he has. They are in crisis management mode with him. Like Oladokun, don't lose the game for us.
Yeah.
And so I actually think he has the talent. I like the fact that he plays kind of a Mahomes style in terms of being able to break pocket.
That is helpful for just style of play for the whole team.
And I also think, I mean, how well did Carson Wentz and I know we only
Minshew, they're not the guys.
They're not. Yeah. And so what are you going to get? You're going to get a guy like that.
Yeah.
And I think you've been homegrown kind of Oladokun for
practice squad for
2.5 seasons now, or 3 seasons. Yeah. I know they're not going to do it, but I wouldn't spend $3 to $4 million on a journeyman quarterback too, honestly, that I don't think is good. Will he be better than Oladokun snap for snap if you need him? Maybe. Is he going to be a lot better? I'm not convinced they would be.
Yeah. Who knows? We'll see what happens with that.
I thought Wentz looked terrible last year when we put him in.
It was brutal. It was. I wanted Chad Henne back. Oh my goodness.
I have Phillip Rivers.
There we go. He's not ever playing another snap.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, very good. This coming Sunday, we have the Raiders. Raiders.
That's Chris Berman. Have you ever heard him say?
Oh, yeah.
The Raiders.
And I think that we're going to try to, hopefully we'll test out some of our young guys and somehow come away with the loss on that.
Don't get your hopes up, Stefan. They're going to try to win this game.
You've been talking about how it'd be so nice to get a higher draft pick. We are in 9th place right now. We could get up to 8th.
Yeah, there's no way to get higher than 8th.
Yeah, 8th is our max. And so we have to lose, and the Saints have to win in order for us to get
We can drop as far as 12, I believe.
Gotcha. Yeah.
We can go as high as 8, as low as 12, I think.
So you want us to get the loss just to help us get
100%.
I'm telling you, dude. And the Chiefs are not playing well, but I don't know if we can play bad enough to lose to the Raiders.
Now, do you remember my text to you during the Raiders game?
I don't.
Okay. You were telling me about where the draft, you were giving me some of this draft positioning. And I said, dude, I'm watching the Raiders right now on NFL Red Zone. They're bad. They're really bad.
Because they were playing the Giants.
Yes.
Like, those were both playing for the number one
overall pick.
And the Giants just destroyed them. Yeah, it's going to take something special for us to lose to that team.
Correct.
So we'll see what happens.
Yeah. As bad as what we've lost, like 6 out of 7 or 7 out of 8?
It's been a long haul right here.
Yep. So. I think we can do it, Stefan. I think we can lose to the Raiders. Yeah.
Such a weird thought.
Look, they're saying 3 quarterbacks could go off the draft board in the top 10. So if we get up to 8, that means we could actually get the top rated defensive tackle, edge rusher.
Yeah. There's a couple of really high-end edge rushers. There's a guy from Texas Tech. There's one. Where's he from? And we'll have to look him up.
The problem is some of them don't fit Spags' specs. He doesn't like the Micah Parsons and the Nick Bonitos.
Yeah, they're too good. They're too fast.
They're too small and fast. Yeah. He wants his edges to set the edge. He wants them to be bigger, like the Mike Danas and the
there is
Karloftis's.
That edge linebacker kind of role that a lot of them are coming out of college with that are smaller.
Well, those are for 3-4 defenses. So 3 down linemen for, so really on the 3-4 defense, your outside guys are basically edge rushers. Yeah. Right.
Yeah, we'll see. It'll be fun to see. But we've got a chance to be up to 8th in the draft.
It's exciting.
Even somewhere in that range, though, is going to be huge for us.
Yep.
Just to
I saw a mock draft where a Chiefs guy thought we could get one of the top 2 wide receivers in the draft, like that guy from Tate from Ohio State.
Dude, it'd be interesting to see. Even there's that running back as well.
Well, Jeremiah Love.
Yeah.
No way.
You wouldn't go for him?
The Chiefs will never pick a first-round running back.
Since Clyde Edwards-Helaire?
That, and we don't utilize running backs. Maybe why would you spend, do you think?
Dude, it'd be fun to see.
Go back.
He's a baller, though.
Sure.
And so, but I think he'll go
30 years back 5. In Andy Reid's coaching history and show me where he has had a bell cow, Saquon Barkley.
What about Westbrook?
He was still kind of a utility back. He was still kind of out of the backfield catching the ball. I mean, he's great back.
Yeah.
But
maybe. But anyway,
that's a pipe dream.
We'll see.
But what would it look like to get a top? What would it look like to bring in like the next Justin Jefferson or Jamar Chase? Like, what could that mean for the offense?
I thought we were going to get that with Rice, and I think there's still opportunity with him. He's the right size, speed.
We'll see.
You just got to stop throwing it on slants where he gets killed.
He was getting lit up, dude.
We're kind of rambling now, but thank you for joining us. Thank you for joining us for the Red Kingdom recap this week. It's been a weird year. We started off feeling really good when we watched this thing. We did. And we've been kind of just riding down the wave. Yeah,
because we started in week 3 after 2 losses, and then we kind of won a few.
Yeah, we're like, okay, this thing's moving forward.
So we were almost taking credit for the turnaround.
Yeah, now we're not going to take credit for this turnaround.
No.
But no, we are excited. We'll recap next week and throughout the summer as well, off-season stuff. As things hit, we'll jump back on. And
hey, we've had some comments, we've had some likes, and we appreciate that. Make sure and subscribe on whatever platform you're listening to this on.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I want to grow Red Kingdom Recap.
Yeah, absolutely. We're on YouTube. Spotify is getting a lot of hits too. So
Apple Podcast.
Whatever you listen to us on, thank you
Let's
so much
go.
for listening.
Facebook page.
Reach out to us. Let's talk.
We'll see you next week.
Go Chiefs.